Welcome to the Ben Stillwater Radio Show.
Coming to you from the Buckaroo Studio in Livingston, Montana.
With your host, Ben Stillwater.
And your co-host, Cindy Jean. Well, welcome to the Ben Stillwater Podcast.
It's great to be back.
That's Cindy Jean.
And that's Ben Stillwater.
Gotta say howdy hi here from Livingston, Montana, coming to you from the Buckaroo Studio. We've been playing around on a 1936 Dobro.
Oh, I love it.
I get to play a little bit of Dobro guitar. That's an interesting history. I think the way you say that is it Dupero Brothers?
Oh, you're asking me.
I always get it a little mixed up. I was never real good at whatever class that was that figured out words.
Class A.
But that's interesting history on the Dobro. It goes way back. A guy that knows a lot about it is a steel guitar player for the Grand Ole Opry and a lot of great country singers out of Nashville called Tommy Wyatt, and he has a lot of knowledge there. And of course, there's a lot of other fellers out producing Dobro or Renaissonic. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I think so.
Guitars. They got the
shiny.
sound.
It's real shiny. Yeah.
Like National Guitar Company and Beard Guitar Company. They do some great square neck Dobro, round neck with the resignators, and really the Statler brothers like to use round neck. Like resignator they use for picking their intros and stuff.
What brand is yours?
It's a Dobro.
Dobro?
Dobro, genuine. This one right here. That's from about 1936, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And we'd like to say howdy to Dave's Guitar Shop there in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Howdy, Dave.
And he's got more locations, but you can go to davesguitarshop.com. You got a lot of great stuff there, and of course his personal collection upstairs. That's quite a thing to see.
Oh boy, I'd say.
And we've bought a lot of things from Dave's over the years, and there's many more. You can go on his website and check out all the stuff from guitar pedals up to Martin guitars and Taylor guitars. That's
where I got my Martin.
That's where you got that Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these other Martins we got.
Oh yeah.
But we got a recording here is what we got of the Stillwater Kids with the Stillwater Kids and Cindy Jean doing a song I wrote. It was when I picked up the Dobro a little bit. I really just played it on sessions and things, some background fill tracks, turnarounds, little addition in there.
Yeah.
But never really got the hang of it. But I love to play around on it. And this was a little exercise I put together just to practice on the Dobro. And we went ahead and threw a name on it. It's called Tom Delaney. there you got the 1936 Dobro. Of course, another guy that made a fine career in country music and bluegrass, Jerry Douglas.
Jerry Douglas.
Jerry Douglas, yeah, he's a dobro player. He started early on with a lot of different people when he was young, one of them being Ricky Skaggs.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was a part of Ricky's, like, Kentucky Thunder sound, the hot country.
Yeah, that was cool.
Stuff that he did, and of course, Jerry Douglas was on Emmylou Harris Records, and just a wide variety. You can check out Jerry Douglas. He's still out there. He does. I think last I heard, he was doing some, lessons and things online for dobro.
Oh.
Yeah.
To check him out.
Yeah. If you're interested in dobro, he's got it going on. That's for sure. He's an authority on the dobro.
Sounds like he's been everywhere.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh, the streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rolling, rawhide.
Rawhide and rhinestones. From cowboys to country singers.
And when you think of country singer, one of the first ones that might come to mind is a man named Randy Travis.
Oh, yes.
If you say country music, there's a few, but you can think of some like Randy Travis, Charley Pride, big voices of country music cornerstones, that's for sure. There's many more, but I guess if someone was to ask me who I thought would be one of the main voices in country music, I mean, for there are so many talented singers over the decades, but Randy Travis and Charley Pride, they can hold their own.
Oh, sure.
On the microphone. And Randy Travis is kind of covering the cowboy part of the Rawhide and Rhinestones on this episode of the Ben Stillwater Podcast with co-host Cindy Jean.
Well, he fits that Randy does.
Yeah, he did. He did some acting, and he was a good cowboy actor, and he handled a gun. He was pretty good at that, and man, he was quite a showman. And one of my favorite Randy Travis albums was Wind in the Wire.
Oh, yes, that's my favorite too.
You got Pontiolo Country, and Down at the Old Corral, and the Wind in the Wire. That was
I love that song.
That single from the album. And
that's great.
So the first time I met Randy was in a recording studio in Nashville, and I was working away, and somebody kind of tapped me on the shoulder and said howdy, and I knew by the sound of his voice that it was Randy Travis.
Can't miss that.
Yeah, turned around, and there was Randy. He was almost as tall as I was.
Oh.
Of course, I
standing on a chair.
I thought Randy was about 8'2" with the sound of his voice. He has such a great sounding voice, but it was great to meet Randy, and I had to mention to him that one of my favorite albums that he did was Wind in the Wire.
Well, I know we're talking about Randy Travis, but one of your songs that you wrote came to my mind was Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember that one, too.
Yeah, I do. I remember doing the video.
On the Yellowstone River.
Yeah.
Well, this was actually Yellowstone. We could stop off for a bit from Randy, and I'm sure he won't mind.
I'm sure he won't.
My dad said to me one day, you should write a song about the Yellowstone River.
It's dawn in the mountains, 20 days in the spring. The season's rising, sun melts the snow. Winter's gone and the river starts to roll. Down the mountain, onto the meadow. Like the seasons of our life, we breathe a change that the mountains only will bring. Standing by the mountain on the bank of the Yellowstone, rushing waters, Yellowstone, living a dream. Born in the mountains, destiny to see. Untamed by any man, flowing free. Like the seasons of our life, we breathe a change. Like the Yellowstone River still remains. Standing by the mountain on the bank of the Yellowstone, rushing waters, Yellowstone.
Living a dream, born in the mountain, destiny to see, free like an eagle, flying above the tree, untouched and tamed by any man, flowing free across the land, Yellowstone, rolling along, Yellowstone.
Here's a song Randy Travis had out. He walked on water.
He wore starched white shirts, button at the neck, and he'd sit in the shade and watch the chickens peck. And his teeth were gone, but what the heck? I thought that he walked on water. Said he was a cowboy when he was young. He could handle a rope, and he was good with a gun. And my mama's daddy was his oldest son. And I thought that he walked on water. And if the story was told, only heaven knows. But his hat seemed to me like an old halo. And though his wings, they were never seen, I thought he walked on water. He tied a cord to the end of a mop and said, son, here's a pony, keep her at a trot. And I'd ride in circles while he laughed a lot. Then I'd flop down beside him. And he was 90 years old in 63, and I loved him and he loved me. And Lord, I cried the day he died, 'cause I thought that he walked on water. And if the story was told, only heaven knows. But his hat seemed to me like an old halo. And though his wings, they were never seen, I thought that he walked on water. Yeah, I thought that he walked on water.
Wind whipping down the neck of my shirt like I ain't got nothing on. But I'd rather fight the wind and rain than what I've been fighting at home. Yonder comes a truck with the U.S. mail. Now people writing letters back home. Or she'll probably want me back, but I'll still be just as gone. Here's a
right alongside Randy Travis, we want to play for you just a little bit. Some of the A-team there in Nashville, probably RCA-B, they call it. Mm-hmm. It was open for business then. Well, it's good to have you along here on the Ben Stillwater Podcast. You can certainly follow us on Facebook, Ben Stillwater Facebook. A lot of latest things coming out and things we're working on, and we're out with...
we have a few surprises.
Oh, yeah. We're always working on new things and new songs. I try to get a song a day in. Sometimes I don't get it. I only get a couple a week.
Yeah, well, we sure would like to hear from everyone. Anyone. Anyone, everyone, you bet.
Yeah, if you get on Facebook there and check that out. We wanted to say howdy to we have what we call the local part of the Ben Stillwater Podcast, and that's talking about the folks we know, and one of them would be John Vincent. If you go, he's on Facebook, and he's way up north in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Up there in the Vikings land, if you're a football fan. And actually the Dobro we started the show off with, that originally came from John Vincent. Mm-hmm. And he's a great violin man. He's a great fiddler. You can see him on Facebook. And
he sings some good country music.
He's a singer too. He's a picker.
Yep.
But he's a great violin player, fiddle player really, I guess. And so we like to say howdy to him. And of course Brian Bethke, like to say howdy to Brian again.
And thank you.
And WWIS 99.7 for putting us on there, the FM side of the Ben Stillwater Podcast.
That's right.
Rolling there. And then, of course, some buddies we got over in Bozeman, Montana at the Music Villa.
Yep, that's right. It's just...
And what we're talking about here, we're still in the coffee and conversation part of the podcast, what we got going on. We could talk more about the Music Villa in Bozeman. You walk in there and it makes you want to grab a cup of coffee and play a Gibson.
Yeah.
And they got some beautiful Martins over there too, and Taylor, of course, in the musicvilla.com. You can check that out, or come on over to Bozeman and just walk in there and say howdy.
Yeah. Well, this round of Original American Songwriter, I'd like to talk about a friend of ours, Bobby G. Rice.
Let's do that, Cindy Jean. Bobby G. Rice is an easy feller to talk with, mm-hmm. and talk about his career.
He had a long one, has a long one.
Yeah, he's still out there doing some singing, and we've worked with Bobby through the years, and he's such a gentle man.
He is.
And we've always, I remember doing some shows on the road with him in different hotel rooms and things. And he'd say, when I started out in this business, I used to think hair dryers were for sissies. And I said, yeah? He said, yeah, but now I have a pink one. He liked to have the hair done up, get ready for the show with his hair dryer. I remember once we were doing this tour thing. I think we were down in Kentucky, maybe Renfrew Valley area.
Yeah, it was.
And checking into our hotel rooms, we each had one there, kind of next door to each other. And he said, well, Ben, I want you to come over to my room there. And I thought, well, we'll go over there, play a little guitar, write a song. And then when I walked in, and there was nothing but a metal bed frame.
Oh, that's right.
There's no bed in Bobby's room.
No.
But he had to get that straightened out. But what we were thinking about, or I don't know what you were thinking about talking about Bobby, but I was thinking about the hit song that he wrote called You Lay So Easy on My Mind. And of course he did a cover of the Sugar Shack.
That's what I was thinking of. Because when I first met Bobby, I really didn't know exactly who he was, but I sure knew that song, Sugar Shack.
Yeah, he did a good style on that song. And one of my favorite ones that Bobby did was called Free to Come, Free to Go.
Oh, yeah. That was good, too.
That's a comical song. But you could check out Bobby G. Rice. He's still getting around doing some things. But we did have an opportunity to... Bobby pitched us an idea. He was on a label at the time. I can't remember which one, but he had this song again. He said, well, hey, I'd like you guys to record this. And we were working on one project in Nashville, and we threw it on the project kind of last minute, charted it out,
yep,
and put the put the musicians on there. So here's Cindy and I singing the Bobby G. Rice hit song, You Lay So Easy on My Mind.
You lay so easy on my mind. It's so easy on my mind. Whenever I need you, all I have to do is close my eyes. Lay so easy on my mind. It's so easy on my mind.
Wrap me in your warmness.
Let me feel your body touching mine. Everything you say and do finds me wanting more of you, and each moment brings to life a million dreams.
Heaven's something real. It's something I can feel when I feel your loving touch all over me.
Lay so easy on my mind. Yes, so easy on my mind. Oh, there's not a part of me that your sweet love don't reach to satisfy. Every day I need you more. You're the one I'm living for,
And the best you'll ever give, you've given me.
you completely satisfy every need I have inside.
And I pray you'll never take your love from me.
Lay so easy on my mind. Yes, so easy on my mind.
Oh, there's not a part of me in
Your sweet love don't reach and satisfy. Oh, there's not a part of me that your sweet love don't reach to satisfy.
Well, on that session, You Lay So Easy on My Mind, Lou Dean, well, I call her Lou Dean, but it's actually Cindy Jean. Kind of
Yeah.
rhymes, don't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
I was playing, I think that's the 1973 Super Chat on that, on the tremolo.
Oh,
I played
sure.
through the six and stuff on there. And that's a beautiful guitar. It has what they call, that was the Baldwin era of Gretsch. So Baldwin Piano Company bought out Gretsch guitars, roughly in 1970-ish. I'm not positive exactly when it rolled over, but it was Brooklyn, New York, where they were building Gretsch, and then Baldwin acquired the company from Fred Gretsch, and then they sold to them, and then started. So in Boonesville, Arkansas, became the new manufacturing place for the Gretsch guitars, and that they had a few quality control issues. I think there was different things, but I have several of the Arkansas, what they call the Boonesville time period, Baldwin era. They call that Gretsch, and they're very distinct. They have the Super Chet was Chet called it probably the most beautiful guitar he ever designed.
I've been having my eye on a beautiful Falcon
Yeah,
over
that's,
there at the villa.
Yeah, that.
Oh, wow.
That the Falcons were nice, and that they might have came with some black top. There was different. So there was a standard Filtertron pickup that came, which was with a guy named Ray Butts that designed the hum canceling system that became known as the Gretsch Filtertron pickup. That TV Jones now build all those pickups for Gretsch in the modern day time.
You know all them pickups, and I don't have a clue what one is to the next one. They don't look the same, but I sure wouldn't know which one is what.
They all sound different, and also
Yes,
Joe
they
Diffie,
do.
according to Joe Diffie, in one of his hit songs is "There's Something Women Like About a Pickup Man."
Oh, I think it's a little different.
Different sort of pickup truck, maybe.
Yeah.
That's country song right there, pickup truck. Met all his wives in traffic jams. But playing the Gretsch guitar, the 7690, I think is the number they call them. So they had the, like the 6120, 6122. That was the most popular probably. But the bigger single cutaway Super Chet is a beautiful guitar. If you get a chance to look them up online, if you're a hollow body guy, you might get a kick out of them. And of course the pickups, they had the high sensitive Filtertrons in the Baldwin era and the blacktop. And the blacktop is what was on that song we just played on the session. And man, I played many miles on them. Beautiful guitars, are fun to play with. Of course, through the 25L15 Standell, and you got it going on.
Yeah, it got it going on all right.
And here's another fella that's had the music career going on for many years is Neil Diamond. It's been, now we're talking about songwriters. Neil Diamond is one of the best. This guy wrote nearly every hit he put on the radio.
Oh.
And, he put a guitar in his hand. He wrote some beautiful songs. Well, one of his songs was called Beautiful Noise. And I believe he was born in New York City.
I think so.
And he traveled the world. He started on the East Coast and then the West Coast, and his music's very well accepted for many years. And, of course, Sweet Caroline was a big hit, Cracklin' Rose. And, but one of my favorite that I like to listen to Neil sing a lot is one of his songwriter songs, I feel, and it's called the Longfellow Serenade.
Longfellow Serenade. Such were the plans I'd made, for she was a lady and I was a dreamer with only words to trade. You know that I was born for a night like this, warmed by a stolen kiss, for I was lonely and she was lonely. Right.
Thanks for being with us on the Ben Stillwater Podcast.
You just heard Cindy Jean signing off, and it's been good to be with y'all again, and we look forward to being with you again. And if you got any fun little things to contribute to history or anything like that, we like to talk back and forth a little bit with everybody if you get a chance. And of course, you can go on the Spotify side of the podcast land, and you can follow on there and become connected to us on there. And we'd like to say so long now from the Ben Stillwater Podcast.
Leave this worldly time on his winged flight, and come, and as we lay beside this sleepy glade, there I